Okay, it's pre-market, and there's over the weekend China decided to create a stimulus package of 600 billion, something another amazing number of billions of dollars, and it's affecting the market very positively. Like I said, you hold stocks over the weekend. In this particular environment, any freaking thing can happen, and apparently this is it's going to screw me up. I just so futures are up a lot, and the stocks that I am holding are up like 8% pre-market. So it's 10 minutes into the opening after opening bell, and all of my positions are up violently. So so violently it's making me sick, and I have to reiterate that I just freaking hate this market when any day could come out with news that would just screw you up so bad. All right, so it's not so bad. I mean, I made money last week, so I could lose it this week, right? I guess that's the way you look at it. So I'll show you what I'm doing here, so you can feel my frustration, I guess. So I can't be real happy with this, right? BTU gaps up higher, and it doesn't even pull back. It just runs up even farther. It's up almost 10% now. Um, there's really I don't see any of this as it would be called resistance. Maybe this would be some short-term resistance if I was looking for a place for a pullback. But at 32, it looks to me like it's just going to keep running higher. We're on it's a run. It's hard to believe that something could jump up by 10% and then just keep running up 15-20%, but it's certainly possible, I guess. Um, if I had to guess anything, it's going to stop up here, back up at its top around 37, 38. Um, Monsanto, the same thing. Actually, Monsanto, you see, came back. So agricultural stock, maybe it's not as strong as the energy play, and it's dropping back. So maybe I'll wait a little bit longer before I get out of it and take a smaller loss on that. Mosaics, this should be pulling back as well, but it isn't. It's running higher. I would think it would be following along Monsanto's route. Um, and then NetEase, I just got out of. I was angry at the time, and the loss, it wasn't that great of a loss, so I just got out. Other stocks are not doing all that well, so it's really surrounding the commodities and energy. And if you look at some financial stocks, actually, like Citibank is pulling back, and Bank of America is already down on the day. Here's a retailer not looking good. Another retailer not looking good. And if you go over and look at the Nasdaq 100, it's pulling back, and so on the previous stocks, I'm looking at them going, they thinking that they continue to run, right? They look like they're going to continue to run. The rest of the market doesn't look so hot. A pattern here that I thought might actually pan out is that I call this a divergence. One possibility here is that this forms a divergence. So this comes up and curls back around and bottoms out a little bit higher than this. The stock price has to come back down around and bottom out, come back down here to the 1240 level, and bottom out there or lower, while the MACD is bottoming out a little bit higher than its previous low. That's a certainly a possibility that it forms out. But to do that, I would think that these energy stocks, the ones that I shorted so smartly on Thursday and Friday, would have to pull back as well. Not feeling real confident. There's only so much longer I can just let these things continue to run up. But I'll watch them, and if I get sick, I'll get out of them. This is the hard part of trading, is when this kind of crap happens, because it's hard. You have to do self-evaluation, and it's hard to figure out, am I mad at myself because I was gambling Thursday and Friday and I probably shouldn't even been in the market? Am I mad because I was doing the right thing, and the market just went against me, and you know, you feel personal. It feels personal, like it's going against you. But that's the problem, is you can't take it personally. It's just something that happens. You got to get over it and reevaluate. And you're always fighting with the idea that you're trying to make up for a loss that happened the week before. So it's very difficult to turn this into a mechanical kind of operation where you take your emotions out of it, because it can be very emotional. And I think this is a good example of one of those days where I'm just mad and I don't know how to get over it. So take that as a lesson.